This is Alex Murdaugh. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and got badly. I can see his brain. She's got a hole in her head.
I can see his brain. Gee, I wonder why, Alex Murdaugh. Because you shot him? That's what a jury said. But now, in a stunning and very upsetting twist, it looks like Alex Murdaugh could walk free. How? How is that possible? Because it appears, if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, what the South Carolina Supreme Court is going to do is grant him a new trial. Is that going to happen? So what? And am I supposed to believe him and his lawyers, or the court clerk who is accused of wrongdoing? Speaking of lying and who to believe, listen.
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child just got badly. It was bad.
Okay. How did they shoot? Did they shoot herself?
Oh, no. Hell no.
Okay. And are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am, they're on the ground out at my kennel. He shot in the head, and he shot really bad.
Okay, so let me understand. I'm supposed to believe him and his lawyers over the court clerk. Straight out to Mark Pepper, high-profile lawyer, joining us out of Charleston with the Pepper Law Firm. Mark, I'm supposed to believe him? You can hear him lying. The jury found him guilty. Hey, did you hear that? It's my wife and my son, and all that, ew, and all the screaming and the carrying on. It's all lies.
I don't disagree, and certainly the jury didn't. I mean, as you may recall, he took the stand for what seemed like forever, and everything that came out of his mouth was a lie. I'm not so sure why anybody would believe him at this point, Nancy.
Okay, did anyone tell Mark Pepper he's supposed to argue with me and take the other side?
I'm happy to do that. Well, you may not necessarily have to believe him, Nancy. Maybe I don't either. But if the Supreme Court of South Carolina believes that the jury tampering affected the outcome of his trial, it may not matter to them whether he was lying or not. If his Sixth Amendment right to a fair and impartial trial was violated, then they'll let him lie again on the stand at a new trial. That's the issue that's before us, that's come out of this bombshell ruling last week by our Supreme Court.
I'm stunned. Hold on. Straight out to Jennifer Wood joining us, Director of Research at fitsnews.com, FITS News, fitsnews.com, who was really all up in this story from the beginning, about 3 inches up Murdaugh's tailpipe. Jennifer, thank you for being with us. What is happening? How is this happening?
Thanks for having me. You know, this is the story that will just never end. But, you know, really what we're looking at is the allegations that Becky Hill, the clerk of court in Colleton County, now former clerk of court, tampered with the jury by talking to them about the merits of the trial, and that one juror said that affected her decision.
One juror said it affected her decision. Jennifer Wood joining us from Fitz News. Did that one juror state it would have changed her decision had that not happened? Because that's the standard. That is the legal standard.
It's interesting how she phrased it. She said that she felt influenced to find Mr. Murdaugh guilty by Becky Hill's remarks before she entered the jury room.
Well, Jennifer Wood, you're absolutely correct. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Listen.
Was your verdict influenced in any way by the communications of the clerk of court in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And how was it influenced?